JD Vance, the VP pick of Donald Trump, showed up at a restaurant somewhere in Pittsburgh or in the suburb of Pittsburgh or something like that called Primanti Brothers, I believe. And they did not let him in at first. So they didn't really let him in at all, according to these videos. But let's watch here and see what happens, and we'll go over some of the...
It's a riot. The manager went outside, told them they need to leave. They will call the police if he comes out. Unfortunately, he cannot come in.
So wow, you hear what this woman taking the video says. The manager said they're going to call the police if he comes in there.
So what's going to happen is that they're going to take down our name, all our information, so the next time the kitchen crew's running out because everyone's canceling their orders. Everyone just cancel all the orders, and we're just paying for what we drink, and then everyone's leaving. But yes, unfortunately, Vance cannot come out of his car, cannot shake our hands, because Primanti Brothers does not want him in here whatsoever. So that is what's happening. There you go.
That we leave.
Yep.
We are now banned from Primanti Brothers.
So you see what that guy says? He says, we are now banned from this restaurant. So that's pretty interesting.
Yep. Terrible. So there's the VP. This is as close as we're going to get to him.
They will call.
Outside of the parking lot, we're taking names and phone numbers of everybody in minutes.
Absolutely. But that is it.
Everybody waiting for their first.
Walk down to the end of the sidewalk.
Yep.
So we got another one here. I'm going to show JD Vance. Watch. So most people online at least are saying that the restaurant did not handle that well. Again, I'll show some of the posts that the restaurant says, and I would agree with that. Like, that doesn't seem... I mean, it just seems strange that you wouldn't just let the guy come in. It's not like... I don't think that means your restaurant is endorsing him for president, but... But JD Vance has a good responses. By the way, I think JD Vance is doing a great job as a VP pick. Like, at the beginning, I even had a few posts kind of critical of just the thought, like, why would you pick this guy? He's got all these clips of him saying all these childless cat lady stuff, and I thought he was doing just an okay job at campaigning, and I thought like a guy like Vivek, in terms of being media trained, was better, but I think JD Vance has done great lately. So let's listen to JD's response here.
We paid for everybody's food, we gave him a nice tip, and of course when I gave him a nice tip, I said, no taxes on tip.
That's pretty good. He throws in his no tax on tip, Trump's no tax on tip plan.
It's all right. Don't hold it against her. She just got a little nervous, but it's a great local business. Let's keep on supporting it. And most importantly, November 5th or before, go vote. Let's go win this thing.
But what a great way to handle that. That was amazing, I think. It just didn't want to put like attention on this restaurant, and still gets his little part in there where he says no tax on tips, remind people of Trump's plan. And I love how it's just unifying. He says, hey, she just got nervous, whatever. Like, he basically just says what he can to portray this woman who was just pretty hostile to him, really. Like, maybe not him personally, but at least the idea of him coming into the restaurant and with cameras running and stuff and kind of making a little bit about the Trump campaign. He still was like, she got nervous, just said kind of a polite thing in defense of her. Now, we are going to go to the Primanti Brothers X page and see, because people got word of this online, and this restaurant is like having a tough time on Twitter, because you'll see they put a statement out, which is a good statement, but it's not the best statement, but I think it's pretty good. They say, Primanti Brothers prides itself on being a staple in the Pittsburgh community and a proud has hosted sitting presidents, politicians, and political candidates from across the spectrum for over 90 years. Our doors are open to all patrons who wish to dine with us. I don't know about that. And then it says, this is the part I don't like of the other thing. Without any advance notice, today's campaign stop caused some momentary confusion for our staff. Like, I think they threw in the word advance notice as kind of a slight cop-out. I think they could have worded that in a way that just said, we weren't ready for this. Or like, I feel like they're kind of trying to be like, well, they should have called first. And maybe, to be honest, they should have, but I just don't know that they needed to, this Primanti. I think it's a little bit of a cop-out in this answer, because I think it was just wrong for them to turn him away. But anyway, then they have a decent statement. They say, however, Senator Vance and his team were welcomed into our restaurant shortly after and engaged with our guests inside and on the property. So, I mean, we didn't see that. I don't know if that's true, but I guess we'll take their word for it because there's no video of that anyway. But maybe it's because, as that woman was showing, when she was taking that video, the other man, you could see him taking a video too, saying they were banned. Maybe all like the Trump supporters that were in there potentially because they knew that JD Vance was coming. I'm not sure, but maybe they just all left, so there's no one left to take a video. But then they say Senator Vance's supportive comments that our manager got a little nervous given the Secret Service, police, and crowd accurately reflect the nature of what occurred. I like that statement. That's just kind of a way to like it's just unifying, saying misunderstanding, but it's pretty like it's kind of a friendly thing to say to JD Vance because you say, oh, we support his comments and sort of we appreciate. They're not saying that, but it's you can kind of imply that like they appreciate him saying that. But yeah, actually accurately reflect the nature of what occurred, and we are glad that it was resolved quickly. So I don't mind that. And then you see that they like overall, other than the line about without any advance notice, in a statement like this, I just think they should have done more cleanup and been a little bit more complimentary of how JD Vance handled it, even though they're decently complimentary. But anyway, so that they this Primanti Brothers restaurant though they didn't let any replies happen on this post. And I mean, like I'm sure I haven't even looked at this part, but I'm sure if we looked at the quotes here, oh whoops, I'm sure if we looked at the, can you even do that if it's blocked? I think they like changed some of this stuff. Maybe not. Or maybe you can. I look like a total noob of Twitter right now, but some of this. So the second one here, you see they say the number ones are just some like random promotional posts they have. Why would why would anyone go to your restaurant if you showed you hate half the country? Ever heard of Bud Light? 26,000 likes. This original one only has 600. So, like, that's the biggest ratio I've seen actually in a while. Did you seriously turn away the Republican VP today? This won't end well for you at all. So, like, yeah. I mean, that's tough. Like, I mean, there's nothing JD and Vance can say. Like, they will have to deal with the negative PR of this. It's not... there was a time when all these companies, all these restaurants just thought they could do whatever they want in support of one side. They could be as positive and say whatever they want about Democrats, but Republicans, they don't have to show that same kind of respect. And it's certainly like a time and culture where this does not fly anymore. Republicans are so fed up with that, and I think rightfully so. There's people on the right because that was just culture was just one way for so long, and the right wing sort of like polite generosity or whatever, or just the fact they wouldn't make a big deal of it, was taken advantage of for so long. You can see it in Hollywood, you can see it in advertising, etc. And so now it's just there is this like pressure on the other way. So if you do mess up like this, there will be a backlash, and I think that's fine. Hopefully one day in the future, maybe 5 years from now, like people will be more chill about this. But this is what happened. Like if this restaurant did this in like the Mitt Romney years when he was running, I bet you would have barely been a story. There'd been like maybe 300 people online mad about it, but the rest of the world would have been like, we don't, whatever. We're just not dealing with this right now. We're not thinking about this. But right now, with all like the buildup of just the censoring of conservatives, all the Hollywood movies that have come out with like some bias in one direction, it's just led to this world where you're going to get called out for stuff like that this now by conservatives. Arguably, even right now, I would say probably more. There's just a lot of pent up, I don't know what you'd call it, just pent up frustration or something. But if you look at some other ones here, so like Trump 2024, don't eat at this place ever. Like I don't know. I feel like I'm sure they're getting like review bombed on Google and stuff, but I think this will probably I don't know. If I had to guess, I think this will blow over. I don't think this will be that massive for this one restaurant, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It is a swing state, but I'd be surprised if like in a week or two it was still too much heat, but time will tell. Anyway, with that said, thank you for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with this response to this Primanti Brothers? But yeah, either way, just let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching.